It's yeah, you gotta love I'm not sure if you can call it banter here, but yeah, it's a little bit of wholesome banter coming out here, especially when it comes to these guys. And so get these guys, we are gonna be spotting in onto Everdream, L-E-E-D-L-E, Edle. We're in the bottom left-hand corner map, spotting all the way in the bottom left-hand corner of the map. We have our blues coming out all the way from the land of Vietnam. He is the cat himself, the unholy, the jiggly, MeomaikA.
And spawning in the top right, the Pink Protoss. Representing Hong Kong, give it up for the one, the only, Bistork.
And I gotta tell you, Quirky, right now, my mind is running circles just to prepare for what will inevitably become a pretty wild series, or at least that's a hope. Nice little bit of a spring in there. That is the start. That is the start of a 1,000-point plan coming out. What is it gonna entail? Are the players even aware of the plan?
Yeah. Jeez.
That's the second thing we're about to find out. But till then, we have about an standard opening.
Yeah. Nothing too wild. And you could have said that about Justice Simon's versus Oreo.
We could have.
And it is Mio, let's be honest, who is going for that early Roach Warren, which hasn't been spotted
and it's
yet.
Bistork as well. I'm loving this. Bistork. Yep. It takes a Mio player to know a Mio player. Even going for the gas seal here. Light would be proud, and yeah, I'm really loving what
usually it's the other way. Sorry.
Yeah, it usually is. And yeah, leaving that probe there was just such a huge move from Bistork. I don't think he's scouted the Spire though.
Spire?
Lair. That's look, it's on my mind.
Oh my god.
That was my look, I was gonna say like, I don't think he scouted this lair, so if MeomaikA was gonna go for a Spire, he'd be caught off guard. Instead I just said, nope, it's a Spire. I've decided, MeomaikA, you're gonna beg your Spire.
Okay.
I foretold it. That is about what he'd say, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it is the Stargate opening here for Bistork. Gonna get scouted, maybe? I don't think it has been scouted, at least. No, it hasn't yet.
Yeah, it has not. And Bistork is
that just a
be...
stalker walking in?
Yes, it is.
I mean, I've heard...
Indeed it is. Stalker to be coming out once again. Really wants to deny as much scouting as he can.
Oh, we'll find the Overlord.
Funnily enough, this could push the Overlord in. No, Mio, why would you morph that immediately? Well, I guess that's not the question I should be asking. The question I should be asking is, Mio, you're gonna get an infestation pit right now. And you know what? I'm kind of numb to this, as we've seen MeomaikA do this recently in ESL Dare Cup, as well as in the previous Grand Platypus Open, bringing back these Nidus swarm host strategies that we thought were behind us in our history.
They're still effective against Protoss. It's just it's just depending on like whether Protoss can get a decent enough army to like scout it out and go stop it, which apparently they can't at the moment. It's just going to be this mass Oracle style, the disco balls of death.
Yeah. Well, Bistork did decide to go for a Void Ray after going back into the Oracles. So should be doing alright. Spire now going to be coming out for MeomaikA.
Baking. Okay, no. Yeah, but he's going into Quick Hive, which I love. Oh, Quick Broodlords? Oh.
That's always a question, but it seems like we're going to be focused entirely on the air. Bistork looking to reciprocate that with a double Stargate coming out.
That's
And
a
I want to
proxy
remind everyone,
well, no,
and I
that's
want to
not-
remind everyone, these players are both on 2 bases. You do not see this out this early on. Okay, well, maybe you do see a double Stargate for the Protoss side, but normally you have an expansion coming out after this.
Yeah. But now the
Alright.
Adepts are coming. Lings are on the way here as well.
Yeah,
Slow Lings
Bistork
as
has
well.
realized. Bistork has realized that MeomaikA, he can't have much of anything out right now. He's investing so much into this
Oh my god, it's a
pit, into
void
his
ray.
hive. It is a void ray.
I love it.
Yeah, and the question is, queens are good. Are they that good? Yes,
At this
right
moment,
now,
no.
they are starting to get taken out.
This is a big game.
This is, look, what else did we expect from Bistork versus MeomaikA? Is all I'm going to say. Nice surrounds of these drones. And Bistork actually going to be deflected here a little bit. MeomaikA is surprisingly not losing too many drones. But considering
well,
that
now.
he was behind... Yeah, now
Well,
he's
the
really
Corruptors
starting
are out.
Yeah, Corruptors are out, but I have to say, it's looking too little too late right now. 20 drones already out, and unless MeomaikA can get a Greater Spire, which he doesn't have the resources for, nor the time, I don't see,
Hey, there's no
much of a...
ground army here for... Okay, oh, he has got a couple Lings.
He does have quite a few. Immediately gonna get that surround going off. So yeah, MeomaikA will be able to deflect the killing blow from Bistork, but again, how does MeomaikA recover from this position? He has a lot of Corruptors, I'll give him that, but what are Corruptors gonna do?
Scare away this scary Protoss army?
Alright, what are they gonna do after that? Because that's all MeomaikA's got to him,
Caustic
apart from
spray all the
legs.
buildings down?
He can try. He can definitely try. Yeah, he's getting adrenal glands. MeomaikA has realized that Lings are going to be the backbone of his army, it seems. That's going to be what he's going for. Good prismic alignment here from Bistork. And MeomaikA is still not going for a third base. He is continuing to build up that Ling count going on. About as all in as you can get. Bistork going for that 8-minute glaive timing. I like it.
Alrighty. I think you get a nice round with these Lings.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
Corrupted
that's
Ling
definitely the
is not a
idea.
comp I would expect to see in a PvZ.
Yeah, well, I'd expected, but only from Dark. And even then, it'd be Corruptor Ling Bane.
Yeah, I just lost 3 Overlords and is heavily supply blocked now.
That's, yeah, to say the least. Meanwhile, Bistork going for a 4th base, so, yeah, he's just continuing to build up quite a bit, and you know what's kind of interesting, Quirky? I was thinking about this, about PvZ. You usually are in this scenario a lot, isn't it, aren't you? Because you usually get into a scenario where either the Zerg player or the Protoss player deals a lot of economic damage, but can't quite close it out yet. Whereas in something like a TVP or a TVZ, once that damage has been done, it kind of snowballs for either side.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not. Well, maybe not in a TVZ so much, but it does still happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of an interesting dynamic in PvZ.
It is, and you know, whether Mio decides to go for another tech transition or not. Oh, sorry, I thought he was.
I don't think he can
United.
I don't think he can afford it, to be honest.
Yeah,
This
especially
is-
when he's still on 29 workers.
Yeah, this is not looking too good. A lot of Void Rays going down, chewing through the Corruptors, and once that's done, what do we have for anti-air? A couple of Queens already being lifted up. And I mean, MeomaikA's gonna deal with the ground army, but what's left? What is left beyond that?
Absolutely nothing. GG.
Bistork taking game number 1.
Hmm.
Just about what we expected.
Hmm.
Well, maybe not quite what we expected, but definitely something along those lines.
Yeah.
And yeah, if Bistork is able to continue this forward, it's looking like we will get that Hong Kong Derby.
Yeah. At least in the upper final. And I think it was just, Mio, he had a plan, but then it got scouted and he was like, oh crap, what do I do now? What do I do now?
Well, I'll also give credit to Bistork a little bit there. That was... His initial attack did quite a lot. He was building up into... It looked like he was building up anticipating a bit of a... anticipating a roach push coming out from MeomaikA, which he scouted the roach warren early on. He scouted... eventually, later on, he also scouted the Nidus.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in the end, despite building up for that, he realized that's not what's coming. I have quite a bit of an army. I realize that you're getting this infestation pit. You probably don't have an army right now. I'm going across the map.
See ya.
Yeah. See what that does for me. And evidently, went really well.
Right, so we are on Ice and Chrome.
Yeah, or at least we're going to be loading into that. Yeah, it's going to be soon as we will load in. In the meantime, I would like to remind everybody, !Matcherino in the chat. We have quite a number of codes here that can still be used up. The extra funds from there will go directly to our 2 finalists as a little bit of an extra. So, if you enjoy the tournament, if you enjoy the players that are playing in the tournament, give them a little bit of support there at no cost of your own. Although if you do decide that you want to give them something at a cost of your own, that's also available. But it will cost you some of your own.
Not everything in life is free.
Yeah, sometimes they are. And to get free? Free! Yes, that's what we said. We are now on Ice Cream, which is typically free. LE. LE, of course, standing for Liquipedia Encyclopedia. Eventually, we're going to have to get all of the other pedias coming in. The Atlas at the end of it all. In the bottom left-hand corner of the map, spawning all the way in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we have a pink Protoss player. A master of alliteration himself. Always I see a couple of them representing. Coming down all the way from the land of Hong Kong. As well as being currently teamless. Let me double check that real quick. Currently teamless. He is Bistork.
And spawning in the top right, the red Zerg, representing himself, the jiggly man from Vietnam. He is the Maru Slayer himself, MeomaikA.
And already going for something a little bit out there in game number 1. Having that backfiring quite a bit because his opponent was also going for something not quite as common. It's not too unheard of to see a player like to see a Protoss player go for Oracle into double Oracle with a Void Ray going out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see this time. Will Bistork go on Hinge? There's a little bit of an oversaturation here in this geyser. It's pretty important to point out. We'll see if MeomaikA will be able to fix that, because otherwise, he's just going to be so far behind in minerals. I cannot even imagine what that'd be like. It will be... Imagine a stock crash times a bajillion. It's still going on. It's still going on. If this doesn't get fixed soon, then... Oh, MeomaikA. This is impending disaster.
It's one of those things that just...
Alright, taking a little bit of a break from that. We have Stargate opener for Bistork. Not too keen on those Twilight Council openings. We have seen Bistork do those a couple of times. I think Bistork was the player who I learned of the +1 charge built from.
Yes, no, that was, and I think it was against Jojo Joey?
I think so. It was against the Zerg player.
It was against a Zerg player. I want to say it was Go.
Yeah, so Bistork, he's got quite a number of possibilities up his sleeve, and I'm liking his scouting right now, using both the Probe and the Adept. Gonna commit to the Oracle, or at least for the time being he will.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess the question to ask is, are we going to see a repeat of game number 1? Will Bistork just get super far ahead? It's not looking that way though, at least for now. MeomaikA, well, getting that third base significantly quicker than that previous game.
Well, he wasn't so far behind.
Yeah.
Because his tech got scouted, but...
But you know what, Quirky? Your tech can't get scouted if you don't get tech.
Yeah, that is true.
I did not even think of it that way. That's why MeomaikA is really a revolutionary.
Must be. Well, the circle's going to be coming in.
Yeah, good defense from MeomaikA. Very nice drone drilling there. Oracle will get taken out. Beautiful positioning.
Robo follow-up here. By Bistork, so assume he's just going to transition to a... what's it called?
It's more of a soul train. Immortal Sentry. Not, yeah, Immortal Sentry. With either charge or... Yeah, either charge or Blink Stalkers. Yeah, will be a little bit delayed as he did not intend to get Twilight Council, or at least didn't open with the Twilight Council, but yeah, we'll be there eventually. I'm liking that he's going for the Warp Prism first, though. Yeah. Will allow him to get some pressure on the other side of the map very quickly.
Yeah, and... Oh, the poor transferring drones. Ugh. Well, that's gonna suck.
It really much is. Yeah, that's not gonna come into the shade. They do. An immediate surrounding. But they're actually getting quite a number of drones here. 2 Adepts taking out 4 drones?
There's 2 drones.
That ain't bad.
The other 2 were from the Oracle. Yeah.
But even still, you lose 2 Adepts, and in total you get 4 drones here. Not too bad. Very quick Templar Archives coming out from Bistork. So it's actually looking to be charged on the Archon? Question mark? We'll see whether or not he throws in a couple of Immortals into the mix there, but yeah, this is a really old school way of playing PvZ.
Yeah. It has worked out a couple of times before. And, the Archon drop. Yeah, warping a couple of charge lots as well. That's going to be devastating.
This is where vision really comes in. Bistork knows where that army is, and yeah, there's nothing here in the main. As you were saying, a couple of charge lots, what is MeomaikA gonna have to defend?
Roaches. Just 1 roach.
1 roach.
2 roach.
But you know what? It's gonna burrow and unburrow. Like a madman. Maybe not quite.
He really wants that queen
right now. And he actually manages to get it, yeah.
Yeah.
And with that, where does the anti-air against this Warp Prism is gonna go around? Starting to get some splash damage up on top of these Lings. And Bistork, I can't believe I'm saying this, but a Charged Archon is gonna do amazingly well here. Because where is the Baneling Nest?
That is true. No Baneling Nest. No upgrades for these roaches just as yet. I'm pretty sure they have speed. Yeah, they have speed. They are getting that +2 attack as well, but you know, if like Mio decides to go for a counterattack, there is, I'm pretty sure, let's see how many there are. There's 1 Immortal with a second one on the way. So yeah, this counterattack might not do the best amount of damage. I do like the stasis ward here. Yeah,
as well as those shield batteries in that third base. Bistork has realized that his natural is fine, but if MeomaikA decides to go north, then he's kind of dead. Very good juggling with the Archons. Amazing juggling with the Archons, actually. Managing to strike right at the heart of these roaches, maximizing that splash damage. MeomaikA just got deflected.
Oh, and
what if Bistork moves to Chargelets?
Yeah.
That's about it.
Chargelets and I think a Stalker, maybe a Sentry. Oh.
Man, oh man, Quirky. This is Bistork playing... He's playing standard, and he's playing it so well. I cannot believe I'm saying it. All right, but we will have to see how he does in round 2. Bistork cannot afford to be caught in the middle of the map like this.
No, you can't, but no, he's still got a strong enough army. How about that Warp Prism, though? He is gaining a couple of High Templar as well. Storm, weird.
This wall inside a
The
wall.
door is
The door
left
is
wide
open. But Bistork was not too far behind.
If you see
He
the
is
door wide
pretty far
open, you
away.
just sneak like straight through.
Yeah.
Like it. I think Bistork did not have his was not paying attention because there was nothing there, and the army did not move until he started attacking. Why the
Yeah, I mean,
queens?
he got it towards the end there. The queens for some anti-air, potentially some transfuses, mostly because MeomaikA is super all-in.
Oh yeah, that's it. Well, he's got
I
full
am-
bases.
He does, but he's using them for production right now. He's not making workers, at least for the time being. Real good use of the chargelets. This is where they get a lot of their value from. Very nice stasis ward, then finally here, Bistork, he's fighting within
Hey,
shield
couple
battery range.
ravages.
MeomaikA, he's losing so much. The
Yeah, but
storms are starting to come down, and this is once again just gonna be deflected. Very good. Whoa.
feedback.
I didn't even figure using feedback on queens, but yeah. He's going so well right now for Bistork. He's caught out though, outside of shield battery range, but in the end it doesn't really matter too much. Chargelets, they live. But here come the reinforcements for MeomaikA. And once
it's
again,
actually
Bistork
not
caught
really
far.
too much. Here, the shield battery's already low. There's one full one, so has got that, but they're out of range. All the Archons are down, all the
does.
Immortals.
Got some overcharge available to him, but not quite using it yet. And yeah, as you were saying, the Archons and Immortals, the most important units, already taken out. And this is looking like the beginning of the end here. MeomaikA, he looked so dead. But now he's clinching it. He's clinching victory back right from the claws of defeat.
It is the warp. If he didn't send the Warp Prism across the map, sure, he wouldn't have done
He'd
any pressure, but he could have juggled, those Immortals and, what you call it? Well, there is Storm, so he's gonna try and bait out.
I don't think they're gonna do much against roaches. Well, you never know. Maybe if you get them in choke point.
Yeah, get him in the choke point. Yes.
But yeah,
Storm! There we go!
All right, just gonna need about
Look how work
50
they
more
are.
of those. Yeah, just gonna need about 50 more of those, and should be G. Good use of battery overcharge right now, but the front wall is starting to get knocked down. And yeah, you were talking about pressure earlier on. Bistork actually didn't do that much. He was focused on trying to take out the lair, and because of that, didn't attack anything else. The roaches and the lings came out from MeomaikA, just cleaned those zealots away.
Yeah, this is really, really weird opening. Not weird opening, just a weird game again. Not in the sense of, oh my god, why is he doing it? It's just weird as in, like, it's very back and forth. Like first we assumed it was Bistork ahead, then it was MeomaikA, and now it's pretty much an even game, I would say.
Yeah, even for the time being.
Even for the time
MeomaikA
being.
definitely having the economic lead
Oh,
there.
yeah.
But Bistork, we'll see how good his defenses can be. He's not
He is.
too far behind in terms of the army supply.
And getting that Warp Prism again. So counterattack is happening.
Yeah, this time from multiple fronts. I think Bistork's gonna have to just get rid of that base, sack that base, and go for something else. He does not have the shield batteries available to him. And they managed to hit right about everything this time as well. Bistork actually recalled that Warp Prism instead of trying to go for pressure. Nicely
No,
done.
it was a new. He lost the.
No, he sent another one out.
Did he? No, I didn't see that. Be honest with you, I did not see it. But yeah,
I can tell.
this is what we're looking at right now. It's just
This is what we're looking at, yeah.
yeah, it's a very weak game. Like Neo could possibly done this game, but those storms actually do so much damage because Mio just clumps up his units.
They really are. And even if they don't do that much damage, they're doing so well in terms of zoning. Bistork, he's able to retreat every time he throws on a storm. He's able to get into a better position. So, yeah, I guess at this point for Bistork, he would just want to turtle up, storm on top of the ramp, and everything dies.
Yeah, this counter even denying the 5th base just a tiny bit.
Yeah, and actually getting a lot of drones behind that. Well, not that many drones, but
yeah,
considering how far behind Bistork is, everything kind of counts.
Ooh.
Fleet beacon coming out right now. Alrighty then. We're gonna have to see if it's gonna be carriers or Tempest, potentially both. Meanwhile, MeomaikA going for that Ultralisk Cavern.
Where did we?
And
was it MeomaikA versus Bistork where we saw him?
Going Ultralisk against Immortals. Well, to be fair, I think it's gonna do a little bit better than last time.
Oh yeah.
Well,
there's not that many Immortals.
Yeah,
but
I
still...
mean, I say that, but the storms are amazing.
Oh my god!
And the Immortals are still alive, taking out quite a bit, but not gonna be enough there. GG is called. MeomaikA gonna be able to time that series sideways 1-1.
Yeah. Whew.
We are gonna get that ace match. If you wanted that Hong Kong Derby, you're gonna have to wait a little while.
Yeah. Got one more game in this series. Well, let's take a quick look at the rest of the bracket. So Starduck beat Milk Shoot 1-0. Then Oreo beat Starduck 1-0, and now Oreo is going to be, I think, facing the loser. No, the winner of Flamey Blade and the loser of this. So, this is something as I have to quickly restart. For some reason, my mind was like, "Oh, cool, game's over." Alt F4. I don't know why.
That's all we need.
My brain's
That's
like,
it. It's like, that's all we're gonna be doing. This was the finals.
That was it.
Until then, we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah,
that's not gonna be what's
see you guys tomorrow for Mel's Burgers. Bye bye. Game of Kuro.
All right. Alright, just gonna be loading back on in, just checking our races and as well as our colors. Both players are ready, so yeah, let's get to our ace match. The winner of this gonna be going up against Go-Go Joey, waiting for them in that upper bracket finals. Or I guess the pre-finals. Not really the semi-finals. You can't call it the semi-finals. Challenge distinguishes it between the finals and the finals, but you know, you have the grand finals, you have your lower bracket finals.
And the winners finals.
But till then, we're gonna be on our ace match, and what a better way to close it off than on Eternal Empire, Ile. We're in the top right-hand corner of the map, spawning all the way in the top right-hand corner of the map. We have our Reds coming out all the way from the land of Vietnam. He is the cat himself, Mr. Big Brain. And I'm looking at it right now. I have to imagine that he's just being overtaken by that cat god. Representing, currently teamless, he is the Jiggly MeomaikA.
And spawning in the bottom left, the Big Protoss. Representing Hong Kong. Can he go through and make it the Hong Kong Derby number 20, whatever, that we've been through? Give it up for the one. It's Bistork.
I think we should name them just like how you'd name a folder. So you'd have Hong Kong Derby, and then Hong Kong Derby 1, and then Hong Kong Derby 01.
And Hong Kong Derby
and then Hong Kong
002.
Yeah. Or I guess you could base it on the amount of underscores that you put in. Hong underscore Kong underscore Derby, and then Hong underscore Kong, and then underscore Derby underscore. And just keep going on. Ad infinitum. But then I guess you get to a point where you have to start counting the underscores, so you may as well just go with numbers instead. But number scores are number scores?
Turns out Light's username is Light number score VIP.
That's what it is.
Oh, makes sense
Light
now.
Number score VIP.
Oh.
But you also have the one which is light underscore V underscore I underscore P.
Yeah.
Well, not quite a while, but only 4 links. Shouldn't be too much trouble.
Sorry, gonna.
Alright, probes. Actually starting to go down a little bit. Yeah, Bistork surprisingly doesn't have anything. The Stalker, way too out of range there. And a little bit distracted dealing with the Overlord. And now the Zerglings kind of have free reign. Not going to be committing to doing a lot of economic damage. MeomaikA is not. Which is probably a good thing. He is instead going to be focusing on that scouting, figuring out what tech he's going for, to confirm whether or not this roach push that he's building to, how effective that will be. And right now, I gotta tell you, it's looking very effective. It's one Stalker, Robo isn't even done yet. This could just be a very quick ace match on Eternal Empire.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, this is signature Mio right now. And I don't think Bistork knows that's coming. This is where you put the Jaws theme
really
on.
Doesn't. Da-dum, da-dum.
Oh, he closes the gap. At least he's got ace
close up the gap here. And you know what, MeomaikA actually getting supply capped. But yeah, honestly, the roaches are already doing their damage, getting their damage done. A lot of lings are coming in on the way. One immortal's gonna pop out. What's that gonna do against that many lings? And again, wall's not a wall.
Wall's not a wall, but it's only one roach. But look at how much damage that Mio is doing. 9 probes already going down.
Well, I can look at that, but right now I'm looking at the mini-map. That's a lot of red dots moving here. But does get the shield battery and the zealot on time. This could have been deadly.
Yeah.
Or fatal, I should say.
B-ball.
You're all up in the main base. Got Roach and Ravager trying to depower most of the production for MeomaikA. And MeomaikA actually very distracted right now. Doesn't know what to focus on, trying to send the probes back. MeomaikA, you haven't killed the pylon. There we go. It should just about be going down.
Yeah.
And with that, Bistork is just so insanely far behind.
Yeah. Hey, down work his Mio. He's already got his natural up and saturated. So much lost mind. I mean, let's look at that income graph, ladies and gentlemen. And we can see that Mio is so far ahead. It's not funny. At least to Bistork.
It really is not.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, but you know, still.
Well, I mean, not if you're Bistork.
Not if you Beast.
Well, okay, maybe if you're Bistork, you'll find a little bit of humor in it.
Be like,
Because
why?
you see what's going on? Yeah. Why is this going on? The irony. Alright, I'm starting to get worried a little bit from MeomaikA right now. Bistork ahead in the army supply. MeomaikA, his army not quite where it needs to be. This could just be a base trade. See how Bistork plays it out. Is he going to commit, or is he going to turn
like he can
home,
admit, he should have recall as well, yeah.
That's a recall to him. And important to note, MeomaikA, he is now supply capped. Most of his army is
Actually, no.
on the other side of the map. He has nothing here.
He hasn't actually hit. He has got no recall.
Ah, he doesn't have the energy for it.
Yeah.
He's going to be waiting a long, long time.
Oh, so many probes falling and...
Alright, but we'll see what Bistork can get done here. All of the drones being pulled. Pretty good drone drilling right now. Not a lot of cancels there. I'm loving the queen usage right now. They're focused ultra hard on the
one
topping
more
up War
goes
Prism.
down.
One Immortal does go down, and the Spine Crawler goes up. I think MeomaikA has just about done it. Look at our army supply dwindle. Bistork, literally 0 workers, and cannot produce anything. This is going to be it.
This should be GG. There it is. Meo! Being an absolute monster in that early game with that Roach Rush. And just showing how much of a powerhouse he can be.
Really, yeah, really good use of, I guess it's one of MeomaikA's signatures, just baiting out his opponents like that.
Yep.
Getting into a much more favorable position for his army.